All right.
So
So
the
the
goal
goal
here,
here,
we
we
have
have
so
so
many
many
new
new
clean
clean
eaters.
eaters.
I
I
just
just
wanted
wanted
to
to
get
get
everyone
everyone
off
off
to a
to a
positive
positive
start.
start.
So
So
Dr.
Dr.
Chris
Chris
Gast,
Gast,
also
also
my
my
sister-in-law,
sister-in-law,
started
started
this
this
exciting
exciting
business with
business with
us
us
a
a
couple
couple
months
months
ago.
ago.
So I'm
So
going
I'm
to
going to
let
let
her
her
introduce
introduce
herself.
herself.
She's
She's
on
on
her
her
way
way
to
to
a
a
Renaissance
Renaissance
fair.
fair.
And
And
then
then
we
we
have a
have a
few
few
testimonies,
testimonies,
and then
and
we'll
then we'll
get
get
into
into
getting
getting
you
you
guys
guys
off
off
on the
on the
right
right
foot.
foot.
Okay. Well, good morning, everyone, and I really appreciate you taking your time this morning to join us. I'll try not to be too long-winded. Of course, Stacy's already kind of introduced herself. She is my sister-in-law. She married my crazy brother. We love her for it. And I just wanted to make sure that everyone had the tools that they needed. And when Stacy volunteered to do this morning, I was like, heck yeah, let's get her on and have her help guide us. Some people I think don't know how to eat clean, so she's going to help us with that. But first, I just wanted to tell you just a tiny bit about my story. And yes, I am dressed weirdly. I'm going to a Renaissance fair this afternoon. But my story actually starts probably 25 years ago. And about 18 years ago, I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. And I had just really struggled through the days. Over the last 3 or 4 years, I've had some improvement because my husband began to cook gluten-free. And we determined that I really had a major gluten intolerance to the point where when I'm eating gluten, I cannot eat fruits and vegetables. And when I'm not eating gluten, I can eat all fruits and vegetables. So that really helped quite a bit, but it still didn't get me back to the way I remember being, in my 20s, where I had really pretty much extensive amounts of energy and really could do anything. And granted, yes, I'm quite a bit older now, but I still expected to be able to do everything. So when Stacy dropped by in July with my nephews, who are the cutest kids in the world, just saying, she gave me some samples. And one of the things that's kind of the basis of my entire practice is that I don't ever recommend or give anybody something that I haven't tested and tried myself. And at the time, I was testing it for my weight management clinic. And I tested all the different parts of the kit, made sure everything tasted good. Nothing made me feel weird or goofy. And as I kept using it, I found that my energy just came back. And I really think that I've kind of taken that last little bump up back to being Superwoman's mom, basically. So, because, I can't be Superwoman. So I really feel just tremendously better. And as several of my staff members who are much younger, but obviously much wiser than myself, told me that anytime I do something, it seems like I start off to do it for myself, but then I end up sharing it with everyone. So it becomes something for everyone to use. And they've also been testing everything. I always use my staff as guinea pigs. And I think that all of them had concurred. Some have been using everything since August. And we've been really happy with our results. And I think this is going to be like a lifelong thing. And I'm just, I carry my powder with me everywhere, but and fizz sticks, of course. But when we tried to kind of figure out a new thing for October, for us here in the States, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we always try to do something for our breast cancer patients. We decided to invite them all in and draw their lab and get them set up and help them get through a month and learn how to clean eat. And of course, I was really moved by the pediatric nurse that tells her story about her plutonium being pulled from her tissues. And that really kind of made me understand that this wasn't really for weight loss or weight management or even health in general, but it would help my cancer patients be able to pull the chemotherapy and all the other poisons and things that we've done to them out of them, because they never feel right again, no matter how long it is. They just really don't feel good. So we started signing people up and drawing their lab, and was shocked when we started getting all of these results that half of them were pre-diabetic and half of them had issues with their cholesterol. And it suddenly became more of an urgency that this is not just to help you feel better and get you detox. This is a life-changing month for a number of women in our group that are going to be basically stepping back from that diabetic slide and hopefully, staying that way for the rest of their life. So that's kind of my story, and I'll just pass it to Stacy, and she has several people who I'd like to thank for taking their time to do this morning as well, and they'll kind of tell their stories and get you started. Thanks, guys.
Thanks so much, Chris. Thank you. I love that passion, and she just has such a big heart for helping people. And oh, look at that shake. It's going to be a fun adventure. I'm really excited because we just started, and again, because she had such a big turnout, I wanted to make sure if people have never eaten healthy before or they're not sure where to begin, I just wanted to share a few powerful stories from some of the other clean eaters that I know. And Kevin King was one of the first people I met when I started my Arbonne business. So he has such an amazing story, and he's 2.5, almost 3 years into his journey. So I would love for him to share his story now. And oh, you're unmuted, Kevin. Okay.
I just unmuted myself.
Thank you.
Well, Dr. Chris and Stacy, first of all, I just want to say thank you for putting this on and getting the word out about clean eating, because it did impact my life in just such a crazy positive way. Real fast, just giving you a little bit of background. So I'm a retired Army guy, 21.5 years in the Army. Then I was a corporate officer for 13 years, and just a busy guy. And with busy guys, it just seems like through business lunches and dinners and happy hours, so on and so forth, not only was I gaining weight, but I was on 4 different medications for over 10 years. So I had all the regular ones, the hypertension medicine, the cholesterol medicine. I had acid reflux so bad that I was taking Nexium, and that still wasn't curbing it. And I was pre-diabetic, so I was on metformin. And on top of that, I had NASH. So I had elevated liver enzymes. My liver loved fat. And I was in the bad 20% of that, where actually I was on the path of cirrhosis of the liver. So I was kind of a hot mess. And that November before, it was 2014, so going into 2015, I had just told my lovely wife here, Linda, that I give up. I'm done with the yo-yo diets. They don't work. I end up gaining more weight back, and whatever happens, they'll have a medication for me. So she was kind of searching for something, just because I guess she wanted to keep me around. I don't know any other reason, but anyway. So anyhow, she found the 30-day clean eating program. For a New Year's resolution, she said, let's give it a shot. She goes, just support me, I'm going to do it. I told her with my busy lifestyle that there's no way I could do it, but she says, let's give it a shot. Well, I have to tell you, after 30 days, so it was a bonus of losing 20 pounds, okay? So, but I felt incredible. I felt like a new person. I had more energy, and the main thing is that the fog was lifted. So I would sit in meetings just watching my watch, waiting because I had to go into the next meeting, and I wasn't focused on anything. I thought I had ADD. It was just, anyhow, I was actually participating. Everyone had said, like, you're a whole different person. What's going on with you? So I said, Linda, schedule me a physical. Well, when I went in for my physical, my doctor said, what did you do? Never had good news when I went to the doctor for my physical. So I blamed everything on Linda. I said, it's all Linda's fault. And he said, well, actually she said, what did you do? And I said, well, I did a 30-day clean eating. I cut out processed foods, gluten. And she goes, whatever you did, keep doing it, because right now I could take you off all your medication. The only thing I'm not going to take you off of right now is your cholesterol medicine. You're at the highest dosage, and I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to have you come back in 90 days, do blood work. And if the results that I'm thinking, I'm going to take you off of that also. So needless to say, it's been 2 years, a little over 2 years now, that I am medication free. I've dropped over 40 pounds and I have the energy. And I have the passion, like Stacy and Dr. Chris, just to tell everyone about this. My father died at 61 of pancreatic cancer, heart disease in my family. So, just kind of a ticking time bomb with the genetics, but that's a little bit about my story. Oh, and then my liver. So your liver rejuvenates. It's the only organ that can really rejuvenate. But I was told that mine wouldn't because mine already started pitting and everything. But now my count is below 40, where before I was right at 100. I think I was about 96 or something like that. So unbelievable results. I just love this program. I cannot say enough good things about it. And oh gosh. Anyhow, you guys are all going to have your own stories. So Stacy, I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you, Kevin, so much. I love his story. It still moves me today. And anyone that's on the call that knows me knows I cry. So if you see me wiping my eyes, sorry about that. For the people that don't know me. The next gentleman that also took time out of his morning, Mr. Fred Tyler. I haven't met him personally, but I've heard about his story. So I really wanted to, again, get those clean eaters to hear these positive stories and how, everyone's different. They have their own trials and tribulations, and that everyone's body's different and their results are different. So Mr. Fred's going to share with us this morning as well. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. So just, I guess, background, I met Kevin, it was probably about a year and a half ago. And kind of like Chris had fibromyalgia, I've had fibromyalgia for about 5 years. At that point when I met Kevin. So I was kind of going through different things, constantly on different meds and just kind of in pain a lot. And I guess towards the end of that, I kind of actually figured out that on top of the fibromyalgia, I also had myofascial pain syndrome. So everything in my body was tight, all the muscles. It was a nonstop kind of just a tightness, every muscle just tight and always in pain and hurting kind of all the time. So it was, and I gained a bunch of weight and I was kind of going through things and kind of, just tired of the meds and pain and everything else going on. And, Kevin shared his story with me about, losing the weight and getting off meds, doing different things. I'm like, you know what? Hey, might as well give it a shot, right? So it was, I guess, June of 2016, did the 30-day clean eating. And probably about the second weekend, I was sitting at work one day and, going through my normal thing every, day with everything hurting, and had a ball at my desk where I'd rub my hands and, kind of on my palms of my hands and arms to try and loosen things up a little bit. And I'm sitting there, just got to work, sitting at my desk, and I'm just kind of looking around. Things kind of felt different. I'm just like, okay, did I forget something? What's going on here? It's like kind of weird, right? I'm like, I don't know. So I'm looking around and it's like, everything seems to be okay. So I grabbed my ball, start rubbing it, and it was feeling different. And I'm like, wow, this is weird. So I'm like, okay, not sure what's going on. And then it was like, well, wait a minute. So I grabbed my arm and, so everything was tight, and I just kind of lifted my arm up and I just gave it a shake. And I was like, hey, look at that. I jiggled, right? It was like nothing was tight. And I was like, this is crazy. So I called my wife up. She was at work and she was like, I called her up and I was like, hey, hon, what's going on? She goes like, she's like, I got this meeting, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, but just want to let you know I jiggled. And she's like, okay, I got to go. What? Hang up. And I'm like, so, I'm like, this is awesome. I'm like, oh, I'm doing stuff. And she calls me back later. She goes, all right, what are you talking about? I'm like, you call me up, say you jiggle. What is going on? And I was like, everything's loose. I'm like, I jiggle. So it was a good 2 weeks, like I said, into the clean eating. And so I was still taking my meds, trying to get a hold of my doctor, doing stuff. But I mean, it was, I guess it's been, like I said, about 15 months now. It's been just over a year. Had no issues with the pain. I guess about July, August timeframe, I was going to come off my meds, call my doctor up. And I was like, they say to wean yourself off, not just quit everything. But I was like, trying to get in. Doctor was, she was actually getting ready to leave the practice and I couldn't get an appointment. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'm just going to quit my meds, see what happens. I know what it feels like when I'm in pain. So if it hurts again, I'll take the meds again and then see her so I can cut everything down. So I was just like, all right, quit everything. Didn't notice anything after a couple of weeks. Everything was going good. So I made an appointment with my doctor. It's like, come on in. I need to see something before she's leaving. She's like, okay. She's like, oh, so what are you here for today? I was like, stop taking all my meds. She kind of looked at me. Okay. How are you feeling? I'm like, feeling good. She's like, all right. So what'd you do? And I'm like, and I explained it to her, got rid of the gluten, processed foods, all the stuff, dairy, everything, changed all the eating, sugars and all that stuff. And she's like, well, if it's working, keep doing it. So, went and got all my meds. And like Kevin, I was having issues with the fatty liver and all the different things with all the weight I had gained, and all that's gone down, cholesterol level, everything's down. I think at the peak, I lost about 42 pounds after about the third month of doing the clean eating. I'm probably still down about 35. So, I've just been maintaining for the last year or so, and just, no pain. That's just the best part of it. Also, it's, a lot of people are like, how can you eat that? Not eat gluten, not eat this, not eat that. And I'm like, pain's a great motivator. You want to get rid of the pain. It's the easiest thing to do. So that's my story on the clean eating.
Thank you so much, Fred. What a powerful story. And again, everyone has different motivators. Fred was pain. Kevin was, his family history and his beautiful wife and daughter. For me, and that's why I'm sitting here today, I had a skin issue going on it was over a year, because it started around my birthday in 2015. And I went to the dermatologist, and I did the steroid cream. I changed my laundry soap, and I did everything I felt like in my power to get rid of whatever was going on with, this constant itching. I couldn't wear a skirt, for over a year. And it was then, I had felt like I tried everything. I decided to do the 30-day clean eating. And sure enough, after doing it, it went away. And so it's been 2 years now, and it's never come back. So it was a autoimmune disease, is what the dermatologist said, called lichen planus. And, there might be, Chris could probably tell you more about the autoimmune as far as how it hangs out in your body, and certain stressors might activate it again. But anyway, so that's why I'm here. I'm so passionate. I woke up guilty after that rash went away, and I felt guilty for not sharing this. And for anyone new on the call, we have almost 500 products. This is only one of the amazing sets of products that we have. And then we're just going to focus on this today. And, you've heard the stories about Kevin and Fred. They lost weight. They didn't necessarily sign up to lose weight, but that was one of the byproduct. But I'm just here to tell you today that this isn't a weight loss program. It's not a fad diet. We just truly want to teach and train people how to make better choices, how to, when you're hungry, or, when you're feeling a certain way, just to make better choices, and to make it a way of life, and it's possible. Kevin's going on almost 3 years now. So just for all the newbies out there getting ready to start on Monday, I just want to encourage you. It's only 30 days. Okay. We're focusing on our bodies, our only vehicle while we're here on earth. And we're just giving it a break for 30 days. We're cutting out any allergens or toxins. And I'll go over the website that we'll use, and just quickly, but just, it's only 30 days. I promise you might have a tough day here or there, but you can do it. And I highly encourage everyone to get an accountability partner. Maybe you can find somebody that you can cook a meal with once a week, or, if you're having a hard time and you're trying to reach for that Snickers bar, phone a friend, people. Phone a friend. You can do it. I promise. So I won't go over everything. I'm just going to quickly go over the products that you got in your package, and, a day at the detox, how a day in the detox looks. Let me share my screen here. And, sorry, my 4-year-old's playing upstairs. It's so cute. Okay, so let's see. Can everyone see the avoid list? All right, so here we go. This is what we are going to avoid. Now, I always tell everyone it's not about perfection. It's about progression, but we do really want to try to eliminate dairy, gluten, soy, peanuts, peanut butter, sugar, artificial sweeteners, coffee, alcohol. We're trying to stick with fruits that don't turn into sugar so quickly. So we're sticking to the green apples and berries. We're trying to avoid pork and the farmed raised fish, and you can read the list. This is on the Clean Eating website. And the other thing that I wanted to show you was the day in the detox. Hold on. Here we go. So quickly, you know, some people are doing this maybe to lose weight. Again, it's not a weight loss program, but if that is one of your goals, and I highly, highly encourage everybody that's doing this to please take a minute before Monday and find out in your heart, why am I doing this? Is it because pain? Is it because of rash? But you really have to know why you're doing it. We're going to show you how to do it, but the why is what's going to give you that success for the 30 days. So you can see, here's just a sample day when I did the clean eating, and I'm doing it again in October with Chris and all of her, for breast cancer awareness. It's been a couple years since I've done a stringent one where I've, really eliminated everything. So I'm starting again on Monday. And so is my husband, because he doesn't have a choice. But wake up, you can have a tea, a fizz stick, the protein shake. For any of you guys wondering, is the protein shake going to fill me up? I'm here to tell you, I was eating like I was breastfeeding. I was eating so much for breakfast because from when I had my son and when I started this, it was about 2 years, and I never stopped eating my 3 eggs and toast. And I thought, there's no way that this clean eating, I'm not going to be able to have a shake and it's going to fill me up. But I promise you, if you make it 2 scoops of the protein, start, maybe a quarter or half of the fiber, because the fiber is going to fill you up. It will last. I was shocked that I lasted till noon. I had my shake around 8 and I wasn't hungry until noon. But I did have my mid-morning snack, which you'll see, like almonds or apple. And then for lunch, if you are wanting to lose weight, or if you're lazy like me, you can have another shake. Or you can have, the protein, veggies, and you want to stick to the good carbs for this 30 days. And then dinner, you're going to have, again, that lean protein, veggies, brown rice, or some type of healthy, non-starchy veggie. And some of my clients that have done this, they felt that for them, they wanted to eat breakfast at home because that was easier, and then have their shake at lunchtime because everyone in the office went to lunch. So you have to decide what's going to be best for you. It might be, you guys might have shake parties every day at the clinic. So you'll figure that out. But you want to figure out what's best for you. You can incorporate 2 shakes a day and then that healthy meal, or you can do 2 healthy meals, but you don't have to start your day with a shake, but it's highly recommended. So, and also in the morning, you're going to start with your Digestion Plus, which is your probiotics, prebiotics, and it comes in a little pack. But you are going to start this. This is really important for the bloating and, sorry, I'm looking at a computer and iPad. But you just open this packet, and you can add it to your morning shake if you choose to have the morning shake, or you can add it to a little bit of water, or some people just simply put it under their tongue. So I think at first it's better to add it to a little bit of water or the morning shake. That's what I recommend. So let's go through all this. Here's the clean eating site. Everyone should be added to this that has signed up to do the clean eating. It is a great resource. I'm sure today you've removed by the stories that Dr. Gass shared and Kevin and Fred. And this is another place for people to share. You can use it as receive only. You don't have to contribute. But if you have a question or you want to say, hey, does anyone, is anyone feeling this way? Or if you want to share a recipe, or, it's there for you to use, again, to make this 30 days successful. It is a private group, so you have to be added, and all the discussions are here. This is on a computer. Your iPhone or iPad might have a little bit of different layout, but what you're going to be looking for is the files. And in the files, you're going to find your menus. There's vegan menus. You can still eat meat, or if you're, you want to do the vegan all the way, you can do that. There's shake recipes. There's snacks, and then the documents that I just showed you, the sample day of the detox and the avoid list, it's all in there. And there's more, and you'll see this stuff posted as you are going through the month of October. But I highly recommend that you know where all these files are and really get familiar. So again, you know why you're doing this, you have the how, but really it's a great resource. And sometimes people just say, hey, I need somebody to cheer me on today because I'm having a tough day. Or so don't hesitate. And again, it has such great information. I learned so much when I did this personally. And I know everyone else. Here's just one of my favorite charts about the alkaline and acid. And we're really trying to get our bodies to to performing its best. We're trying to keep away from that acidic food and trying to get our body in the premium alkalinity that it's wanting to be. So this is a site. Again, if you have questions, you can reach out to me. Let's see, there was something else I wanted to show you guys. Oh, and I just opened up some of the shake recipes. So I opened up a few of the files. The other thing another resource is we have a soft copy of this healthy living guide. I just want to make sure you guys know, I don't know if you can see the cover. And there's a soft copy, or you can get the hard copy. I think Dr. Gass had ordered a few. But it, again, tells you what you're doing, why you're cutting things out. We're trying to avoid those allergens or toxins. Everything we put in our body, either it's fuel or it's poison. Either our body's going to take it and use it, or it's getting stored in our livers and our fat. And so we're really focusing on putting the good stuff in our body for 30 days. But here's, again, just a review of what to avoid. And this is something that I'm highly encouraging everyone to do, is get your baseline, find out, measure. Don't weigh yourself all the time. It's not about the number on the scale. It's really about how you're feeling. Everyone thinks I need to lose weight so I can get healthy. But the thing is, when you get healthy, you lose weight. So don't focus on the scale. It's, just focus on how you're feeling, and really, but it's good to just get a baseline so your before and after when it comes to this. So we have a soft copy or a hard copy. And let me go to stop sharing. Okay, so just so you know, we have 10 minutes right now, so I won't be too much longer. Aren't you happy?
Stacy, I wanted to add just a few things when you're finished.
Yes.
As well. Okay. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right. No, that's fine. I'm just trying to stop sharing the screen, but I'm getting.
Okay.
Well, here we go. Stop sharing. There. Go ahead. Go ahead, Chris.
I just wanted to remind everybody that having gone through the gluten withdrawal, it is hard. You mourn what you're not getting to eat anymore. But after a little while of being gluten-free, I suddenly became aware that I look at food, not how it's going to taste, but how it's going to make me feel. And I think that's one thing to really focus on. And the other, we have a local company that does clean cooking. And I think all of you should have some information on that company. But if you need the information, call us at the office. He is on the internet as Clean Cooking, and they do deliver clean meals to local gyms, and I think even a vacuum store for whatever reason. But for our cancer patients, being alkaline is extremely important in terms of helping prevent additional cancers, and not only just being healthy, but it really is important in that aspect. And you also, just to let all the local people know, my sinuses have cleared in the last month. So there you go. That'll get you motivated. And also not watching the weight, but I picked a pair of pants that I couldn't get into, and I got into them yesterday. So that's how I know that I'm a different shape and size. So I'm happy. But anyway, I'll turn it back over to you, Stacey. I just wanted to make sure I got all those out there.
No, that's good. We just want to make sure you have all the tools so you guys we want to set you up for success. We're focusing on eating real food along with, sticking with that healthier protein. The Arbonne protein is pea protein. And there's no dairy, gluten, soy, whey. All of our products, there's no preservatives or additives. Again, we're going to avoid those when you go to buy food. And I want to say this really quick, because we all, everyone's mind's probably thinking it's so expensive to eat healthy. And I just want you to think, 10, 15, 20 years, if you're not eating healthy, how much are your medical expenses going to be? And additionally, when I eat healthy, I eat less. Okay. So we're eating, it's cheaper to eat, all those preservative foods and that fast food, but it burns so quickly. We find ourselves getting more hungry. I'm sure other people could testify, how when you're eating better, you're not hungry as often. And that's the other thing. Please don't be hungry on this. Okay. Your body, we want to keep our blood sugar stable. We don't want to go up and down and yo-yo. So I have a few of the healthy snacks. So for 30 days, make sure you have some almonds with you, a green apple. Just leave the house with this. Be prepared, because it is going to be a change. So make sure you have, those healthy snacks with you. Don't get somewhere like, oh gosh, I'm starving. What am I going to eat? Like, you have to plan your day and know, this is what I'm going to eat if I get hungry, until I get home, or until I get to my blender. Almond butter's a great addition. I add a scoop to my shake sometimes. You can eat it with carrots and celery. So, and the other thing that I like to use, and I wanted to show you guys, is they have a gluten-free oats. And I have a recipe I'll send you, because it's like the gluten-free oats, and you can mix it with almond butter and the protein shake, and you can make your own little protein bar on the go, along with the Arbonne protein bars that we have. So, but this is I add this to my shake as well, uncooked rolled oats. I could talk forever about this. I really am passionate. Just please, to all the new folks, I see some people chatting. If you have any questions, you can chat us away. Don't hesitate. If you have questions, please reach out and let us know. Like, if you are having a challenge, if you need somebody to go to the grocery store with you, whatever, I can FaceTime with you. But it's just get all the crap out of your house this weekend. Go check it into your friend's house that lives next door. Just any temptations, get them out of the way. And we're going to really focus on just having the right stuff at our reach. So I think it sounded like someone was going to say something, but I can go on and on. I'm not going to go into all, why we're cutting everything out. It's all going to be on that webpage. Just again, you're going to start your day with the protein shake, or maybe you'll have it for lunch, or maybe both. The fiber is great. It's odorless, gritless, tasteless. You can add it to your shake. Start out slow, because if you're not getting the right amount of fiber now, it is, you want to start out like a quarter or a half, and then maybe get to a full scoop. That's what I use in mine, is a full scoop, which is 12 grams. So if I do 2 shakes, then I'm definitely going to get my 24 grams of fiber for the day. And the fizz sticks, you guys, Chris has already told you all about these. If you haven't used them, they come in little packets. You just add it to water. If you add it to a water bottle, make sure you sip a little bit first, because it will be a volcano. But this is your replacement for the soda drinkers, the coffee drinkers, Red Bull, 5 Hour Energy, you name it. This is going to be your replacement. It's not acidic. It's going to put your body in that right alkaline form where it should be. There's citrus and pomegranate. I love them both, and it also, it suppresses your appetite. So it's a good little, like, mid-morning snack, so to speak. And that was one of the other things. If you're feeling hungry, make sure you're drinking enough water. It's really important for this next 30 days to be getting that right amount of water. And at first, if you haven't been drinking a lot of water, you might be going to the bathroom, but your body will adjust. So because I don't want to read all this, because you guys already have a lot of this information. I think we're going to close soon. Is there any questions? I want to open up for any people that have any questions or concerns. And Chris, I know you're on your way to the fair. Did you have anything else you wanted to say to all your clean eaters?
No, I just think that if you do have trouble, I mean, you know where we live. We're there, 9 hours a day. So don't hesitate to call or stop in, because we're all doing it as well. And Will yesterday tried the chocolate shake, and I think he was extremely surprised at how good it tastes, because he just bounced around the department going, "It tastes great." And I think he was just surprised to have a protein shake that tasted good. But anyway, I think we can all get through the month without any trouble. I haven't been hungry since July. So, but do let us know if you're having any problems, and call or come in. We're always there. So remember, Stacy's 7 hours ahead. So if you're going to message her or get in touch with her, do it before, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, because she will be in bed. But I'd like to thank Stacy for all her time today, and all the other consultants who have been on here and told their stories. I think it's been a great start for us, and we hope to have the whole city in our community eating better by maybe the end of the year. All right. I'll see you guys on Monday.
Thanks so much, Chris.